All right, so guys, I guess everybody has seen the actual interview with Evelyn Lozada with the Shade Room, and for some reason, we're still talking about the Jackie Christie and Chantel of it all. So we saw where Ming Lee did her apology video to Jackie, her takeaway from what she watched for the episode. Then we also saw where I believe Ming Lee was the only person who kind of spoke out about it. We did not necessarily get any mention really much from the other castmates other than Brittany, who is just riding the coattails of Chantel. But we did not get anything from the other persons in terms of from Evelyn, because we know Evelyn was also someone who was like team Chantel, and her as a mother as well. I think most persons were disappointed in the way how she handled the situation, because she never necessarily gave any takeaway to say that okay, this is how she feels, or try to rectify the situation. To me, how I viewed Evelyn that season was that she was just more so concerned about breaking up the relationship between mother and daughter and not necessarily trying to repair it. Now, she does an interview with the Shade Room, and of course, it's something that they are going to ask about, and I'm happy how the questions were asked. I think this was something I was maybe expecting more from Carlos King, but I understand that it's just his style of how he interviews persons. He likes to give them a safe space to share, but I believe his interview with Chantel could have been around the direction of how this interview went with Evelyn. So we saw where she basically stated that the whole situation was based on what they were getting from Chantel, which we all saw. We never necessarily see Evelyn and Jackie have a sit down to really discuss anything. Everything that she was getting is really Chantel's version. And I know it's a show they're shooting, but for me, if I'm only getting one side to the story, I feel like it's human knowledge, or everybody knows that there is more sides to a story. And I really felt like there was just a narrative that they wanted to run with for this current season. And this is where they decided to go with the narrative, because I do not, for me, understand why was it that Evelyn was so quick to jump on Chantel's side, but she wasn't necessarily getting the side of Jackie's. And I just felt like she just did not care to get the side of Jackie. So for her to now saying that she was getting basically Chantel's version, and of course how it played out, yes, she does agree that Chantel should not have pushed her. I think a lot of persons say that as well. We are not condoning any physical altercation that went down, but the fact that you pushed her first and you came back to the room and did not say anything to these ladies to say this is what happened, I think that was where the miscommunication took place. And for her, she's saying that she basically sees how it plays out, and she was also seeing where there was some stuff behind the scenes where, as much as Jackie was walking out of the conversations, at the same time she necessarily was also requesting scenes with her daughter. And I don't know what to think or say about that, because if I am requesting scenes with someone, it could be two ways. It could be that I am just game and I know how this thing works, or maybe I'm requesting scenes because I'm hoping this person is actually going to have a proper conversation with me, which is what I think Jackie, when she did the one-on-one, she wanted to get a proper, what is your problem? What is the reason? Why are you so upset? Like, is it that from childhood trauma? Is it what's currently going on the show? What is the reason? And I think Chantel did a disservice in not even sharing any of that. She was just more concerned about Jackie owning up the fact that she was speaking about Brandy, and that was not the root cause of the problem, and I think why the communication didn't really go anywhere. So I will not necessarily think that it was a game Jackie was playing. I would just hate to believe that was a game for her, because yes, you're requesting scenes with this person, but it could be that she was requesting scenes with this person because she wanted to find out what is the problem. Not necessarily I'm requesting scenes with this person because I want to create more drama. Or what is the point in requesting more scenes with a person if she was just going to walk away from the scene? Like, I don't see how that would benefit Jackie. If you are, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. I don't see how that would benefit Jackie if her requesting scenes with Chantel is her way of trying to create more drama or antagonize Chantel. I just don't see it that way. And I think this is where Evelyn does. For some reason, you just have this dislike for Jackie, despite how many times you guys try to repair a friendship. You are still upset about what took place with when she said what she said about your daughter. And if you want to hold on to that and don't feel like you want, that's your prerogative. But I just don't feel like that reasoning to me made sense as to why you're saying that she was still upset or you, I don't know. Now, the thing with where she said that Jackie kept asking Brandy to bring this information to camera about someone coming to them to say that they heard that Chantal was a lesbian. Now, that is something I will not necessarily side with Jackie, because if that's something that she really think about doing, I will not necessarily appreciate that is the actual thing that you would come on camera to do to your own daughter. I don't care how strained a relationship is or fractured or whatever. I just think that is wrong. So if that is something that Jackie did do, yes, I will say that is very disgusting. And I could see why Chantel herself, especially finding out about it, would be very distasteful in the terms of her doing something like that. But every other thing is, I just still feel like Chantel should not have joined the show. She came onto the show with an agenda, and I think that everything that she came onto the show with, she just should have taken it to a therapist's office and worked through it herself. But joining a platform and then accepting to come on and thinking that was going to be your way of repairing the friendship or the relationship with your mom, when you quote unquote know how your mom is, you see her work this camera, you've seen her on many seasons of the show, you are still in a rocky situation. I don't know how you felt that reality TV would have been the way to repair or make this friendship go a little bit further, and that's something I will just not necessarily understand. Even she explains it 50 different versions, different ways, it's not something I will understand. What was the sole purpose of you thinking that you coming onto the show would have repaired this friendship or relationship, I should say? I will just not understand that. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you think what Evelyn was saying in this interview make Chantal looks any better in the performance how she behaved this season? I still don't think so. The only thing I will not agree with is the whole, if Jackie was bringing that information regarding Chantal to camera, that's something, yes, I won't agree with. And also, if she didn't want to speak about her child's father and then Jackie decided to bring it up the first scene, then yes, that's something I will not agree with. But every other thing is, Chantal, you were still dead ass wrong. There's no way around it. Just own up to the acceptance of it. You did your own interview and I still felt no accountability was taken. And then now Evelyn speaking on this, it's like you're still trying to see that, yeah, you guys look bad, how you guys were behaving that season. But at the same time, you're still trying to keep that narrative to say that, well, Jackie, I'm not saying Jackie isn't a saint, but you're still trying to keep that narrative to say that it was us all Jackie. And she did this stuff behind the scenes and she knows how to work cameras and she knows to work a scene. So everything was us all Jackie, and poor Chantel, she's just a newbie to the game and whatever. I don't see it that way. Let me know your thoughts, guys, what you thought about that interview. Are you leaning more to Chantel? Do you want to see Chantel back for next season, or you're glad that she won't be back, hopefully? But let me know, guys, your thoughts in the comment section. Remember, guys, to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.